Hi, this is Kristen Yu with Treasure Books of Georgia, and I am here with my 36th journal to do a flip through for you. A little bit of housekeeping. She is 9 inches long and about 6.5 inches wide, okay, with a 3-inch spine. The spine I did a little bit different. So there are 4 signatures that I have sewn in, and I've made this dangle, and for whoever purchases the dangle, I can attach it for you, or I can just send it separately. So kind of leave that up to you. With the, it's got lots of ceramic beads and some of this. I'm not sure what this yarn is called, but it's kind of fun. On the front, there'll also be a choice. I can attach the placard that says imagine or leave it blank. The corners have the metal protectors, and I really like how this came out. I love the material combination along with the lace. As I mentioned, there are 4 signatures with over 228 pages front and back. So, you know, she's fluffy. The tie is just a piece of muslin that I have dyed and then did some stamping, and it ties very nicely. Okay, we'll get started here. So in the very front, you have just a small little pocket, and I started doing this. I saw another creator do something similar, but this is the date that the book was created, and it is book number 36. And I did this in my Halloween journal. I took the signatures and enclosed them in cardstock, but then I printed one of the digitals on vellum and sewed it to the cardstock. And then on the inside, lots of mixed media. The colors are mostly what you see here, the white, browns, and blacks, but there are a few other colors. I took some of the leftover material and made a little edging down the side, and you've got a little snippet here that says ideas. Lots of mixed media in here. This was just lots of sprays, made a little journaling card here, and then you've got, again, we're using Lindy's Magicals. And I left quite a few of the pages blank so as to not fill it up completely. And hopefully there's enough room for you to do some journaling. This is just an envelope that I did some modeling paste on, and they did, I did some stamping and then some oxide inks over that. Inside this envelope, oops, sorry about that, grabbed the wrong one. You've got, this is an original, and I don't have the dates on this original picture. And I believe this looks like New Mexico type picture. And again, I'm not sure where that's from. And then you've got a little journaling card. And I'm going to put that here so I can put that back. Most, if not all, of the digitals come from creativefabrica. And then I printed this and made it a little side pocket. And in here, in the pocket, you've got some digitals that are, and some journaling cards. A very, very deep pocket, so you can add stuff there too if you want. And this doing a lot more collaging, and this was kind of fun, just an extra piece of material plus some of the material from the cover. And it says embrace your own page, and you can journal on the back of that. And again, inside this pocket, plenty of room to add other stuff there. And this was a lot of fun. Just took a notebook paper, or from a book, and, you know, kind of sewed around it. And then this is a leaf. Oh, you can't use this as a pocket. I thought I left it as pocket. You can't. That I've glued on here. And inside here, you've got the actual journaling card. And this is a little pocket, again, from my garden that I've dried, and a little charm. And you can journal on the back of that. Okay, and everybody goes back there. Here, just lots of little pockets, lots of little journaling cards throughout. Pretty cute, I like that. And this is just a Tim Holtz decoupage with his decoupage tissue paper, I think. And it says that shine and sparkle. And this is a flower, I believe it is a hydrangea flower that I dried, and I just added a couple little stones in there. And this is on newspaper, where I printed on newspaper. I just love the feeling of that. And again, getting a lot more creative with my my journaling cards here. It says create, and I just added, I think this is from Taperology, this little thing on here, and then some burlap on the back, and of course a tattered butterfly from Tim Holtz. Here you've got just a little journaling card here, and this, again, more flowers that I've dried. And this is from a book, I think it's called Florology, that I got off of Amazon and just made a copy. And on the back of it is packing paper that I've sprayed. Soul Full of Sunshine, and then it just fits in that little belly band. And then you've got some faux pearls down the side. Of course, lots of dyed papers out in the sun, which I love. A little bit more mixed media. And then this is muslin that I have dyed to kind of match that paper. And again, blank pages for you. This I took, I think this is just a regular piece of cardstock that I ran it through my Big Shots. And so it's raised. Enjoy the little things. And then this is just from the material left over from the cover, tattered butterfly, and some packing paper on the inside. And then lots of little space for you to journal. I thought that turned out pretty cute. And then, let's see, again, more blank space. The center is just on vellum to kind of match the digitals there. And then each of the signatures, has these beads at the bottom. So if you're, I think I heard somebody else say that, but so if it's on the shelf, it'll look gorgeous sitting there. Okay, here you've got, I think this, I see, this is connected here, but you can unhook this. There's a little charm and then a couple of little butterfly things. And I held it together, just took a piece of the material from the front and just made a little hook there. This is left blank for you to add whatever you would like in that belly band. And some sewing, and then this, you can write on this. And again, this is blank. And more mixed media over here. This might be a Tim Holtz stencil, I believe. And again, more writing space here. And again, I tried to leave, it's hard for me to leave a lot of pages blank, but I tried on this one. Again, this is the other part of the newsprint. I just love how that came out. More journaling, lots of journaling space in here. Oh, a little envelope that was from the front here. And I just made it just a little tuck spot with a wax seal. And then you've got a couple of journaling envelopes or pages, ephemera, goodness, there. And more blank space. And again, lots of mixed media. And this is the end of our first signature. Oh, let me talk. It also comes with the writing board, which I try to include in all of my journals. And this one says, collect beautiful moments. And it's just a digital that's on chipboard. This starts our second signature. And it's almost like a tree of life. This is a stencil I got somewhere. And I just added some different colors. It says believe. And again, using the material from the cover for a little edging. This is from Taperology. It's ephemera. It's not authentic. Oh, but I did use stencils to do some of the drawing of the paper. This I took one of the digitals and then just created a journaling card there. And then some leftover material. I think this is a Tim Holtz leftover material. Just sewed it to cardstock, and you've got a little journaling card there. Again, more mixed media and a leftover digital doing the same thing. And this is on packing paper, and it says Fearless. And this is my waterfall. I just love how it came out. So it tucks in here, lift up, and then each one of these flip up, and you have writing paper, writing places, and also has a little tuck spot, has a little ticket here. And then, oh my gosh, it has all kinds of stuff. You've got a little wooden button, and you've got a little journaling card in there. So all kinds of little surprises here. And I like I said, this is the first time I had made one like this, and I just think it just came out so cute. So that tucks back in there. And then on the other side, you've got a little tuck spot, and you've got a little journaling card here. And, oops, put you back there. Thank you very much. And a little snippet here in the corner. Again, more the tattered butterfly. And I believe this is also a little, you can tuck something here, which I might add something there later. Here, I just folded the page down for a little bit of emphasis, not emphasis, but just something different. And this is an original, oh gosh, what was the address? It's a penny stamp, and I think this is the I want to say 1912. So this is an original postcard in there. And also you have another journaling card, You Are the Best Thing. Like I said, I had all kinds of fun doing some different things. And then Hope is the Heartbeat of the Soul. And I forgot the name of this particular trim. It seems like I saw I can't think of it. Anyways, okay, moving on. I took a piece of leftover vellum and just sewed around it over a piece of, not a notebook paper, but something out of a book. And I just like the way that came in. It says, Move with Grace. And then on the inside, it's a pretty large pocket. You have, this is something that I got out of a magazine. It says, When You're Feeling Down, read this. And then there's places on the back for you to journal. And that just goes in this lovely little pocket. I'll put that back down in there. Okay. And this side, you've got, again, another tattered butterfly and then a little journaling card. And then these, I took some original journaling paper, ledger paper, created a pocket. So you've got a couple of journaling cards here and then a large journaling card here and then some stamping in the back. A piece of vellum that I made a little pocket, and this is actually a vintage button my sister sent to me, that she had a bunch of buttons. And if anybody remembers TG&Y, that's where that button came from. And then you've got a little journaling card there, and that goes back into your little vellum pocket, which is just adorable. And there's a little snippet there that says, I am loving. And then that just tucks very nicely up underneath that little button. More stamping, more muslin down the side there, and then just some leftover trim. And again, left the pages blank. Lots of mixed media here, a little tuck spot here. It says Let It Be. And then, again, lots of collaging little pockets, and you can journal on the back of that. And then I did some dyeing of this trim that I got somewhere. A little wooden button here, and I think this is cheesecloth that I dyed. And this I did some splatters, some Lindy's. There's a little rub-on sticker there. And then we're at the center. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. And then there's the center kind of pull from the previous one. And again, you've got your little glass beads at the bottom. And some beading down the side and more journaling space. And again, some more mixed media down the side. And then I just did this little tuck, and then you've got a little corner or a little journaling pocket there. So this I sewed on this on a digital, and then you flip up little pocket there, or little flower there, and a couple of empty pockets there for you to add whatever you would like. And some more journaling space. Isn't it lace gorgeous? It's got a little charm. Oops, wrong side. There you go. And again, more blank space. And then you're at the end with, I just took that same stencil and just added it into the corners. And that's the end of our second journal, beginning of our third. And it says Inspire. And again, another stencil, kind of almost like the Tree of Life that I did some sprays on. You've got another little corner pot. Isn't that cute? And this is Journal 36. It says Follow Your Bliss. And again, another little belly band. And inside here, let's see, it says Hope is a renewable option. If you run out of it at the end of the day, you get to start over in the morning. And you've got a little place that you can journal on the back of that. And it says the air is full of sunlight. Over here, again, more collaging, a little tattered butterfly, mixed media, and then another collaged journaling card. And this is a vintage from a ledger book. And this is from, I want to say, I saw the date. Oh, here we go, 1936. And that goes in here. And I saw on YouTube, as we probably all do. Somebody that did this, I thought this was really kind of cool. Oh, I've got it upside down. It says live in the moment. And this is just a 3D embossing folder. And so you have your page inked, and then on the embossing folder, you add black ink to it and then run it through your Big Shot. Isn't that gorgeous? And lots of places for you to journal. Let me put this in the right way. And a little pocket, upside down, sorry, another little journaling card with some shiny lace there. And it says, with a joyous spirit. And then I did, and I think this is from Tim Holtz, this spray that I wasn't sure about, but it actually came out kind of neat. And this is just on packing paper. Another piece of material that I sewed on, and then I cut this out of a card, and you've got a journaling card there. And again, some blank spots there, places to journal. This is Journal 36. Again, another one of my flowers. And then this is just a cutout I added some glossy accents to. And this is that I'm not sure what I used on that, but anyways, turned out well. This is some more of that paper, I think, or not paper, but lace that I got from a thrift store. It says magic. And then you've got some journaling, a tattered butterfly, and a couple of journaling cards there. I ran this is a vellum I did over, I kind of had fun doing that and sewing over a page from a journal. It says beauty, and then you've got a little thing in there. I don't want to give all the surprises away. Another tattered butterfly held in like a corner burlap corner, and you've got a little journaling book there. Isn't that cording? Isn't that pretty? I love that. Oh, let's see. Here's our center with a little bit of color. And more journaling space. Another, again, using whatever it is I used. I don't remember. It says free, and you've got a little journaling card on journaling space on the back of that. And then I just stamped on a piece of leftover muslin. And then that, another tattered butterfly, and you've got a little journaling card there. Here, and then again, using the leftover lace from the spine and from leftover material from the cover. And then you've got a couple of journaling cards there, and then a really pretty button that matches in the corner there. And then I think this is from 49 and Market, just one of their rolls of stamps, and I thought that was a nice edging. And here's at the end, did the same thing. I used that stencil and did kind of in the corners. Oops, I'm sorry. And that brings us to the end of the third, our fourth signature. I'm so glad you're still hanging in there. Again, I used another one of those stencils on the front, and you can see it's just a tree form. A little snippet that says gratitude and some of the leftover material there. Another blank page. And then this is from Tim Holtz, this little belly band. And then you've got a little digital here that I thought picked up and matched there. This is from something that I had thrifted and used it as a belly band. And then this is some of that kind of specialty paper. It feels really good. And I left it just blank, everything blank, so you can write on that and do whatever you would like with it. And again, some more of that spray. And then you've got a couple of pockets here, and again with some cards for journaling. And I think this is from one of the digitals from My Porch Prints, something that I had purchased. And again, another material using the material for the siding. Isn't that pretty? Love that digital. And this one, I used again some of the material, and then you've got, I think, 4 or 5 of these little digital cards or journaling cards there. And on the back side, so you've got the whole belly band that goes around. And this, I think I was printing on this, and I thought it was just so pretty. So it's just a blank paper you can use wherever you'd like. And that goes back in there. And here I am creative and inspiring. A little pocket here. And then this is just a stamp. It's just adorable. And again, some tickets from 49 and Market. kind of matched, and a little button. And again, this is one of those vintage buttons. A little journaling card here, and I believe he goes in there. And then this is, I got this in something handmade, especially for you. More journaling space, and then now we're at the center. That is, again, printed on vellum. It's not thick vellum, it's just regular vellum I printed on. And I just, the numbers thing, I think I got this from Creative Fabrica, and I just liked the numbers. And then this, and I don't have the date on this, but I just thought it was just beautiful. So that is definitely antique postcard. And then you've got a couple, I used this strip from something, and then a couple of journaling cards there. And some blank space for you to journal on. And then this is another one of those envelopes I tucked here, and I used I just used the top. Oh, you know what? I think this is just actually a digital that I cut like an envelope. I think that's what I did. And then those tuck in there, never stop looking up. So it tucks, and then you've got a fun little pocket with fun little stuff in there. I'll leave some of that as for a surprise. And it tucks right into that wax seal. And more mixed media. Loving working with the mixed media and the sprays. Goes in there. And another one of the like sunflower kind of mixed watercolor, like daisy there, that kind of matched that digital. And then, oh, the other part of that pocket from the other side. And then there's, again, something for you to discover in there. And then you've got your mixed media back. And so the last thing, couple last things to show you. I had run this, the vellum through the printer, and when I went to sew it, it didn't quite work out well. So instead of throwing it away, I just used it to kind of create this very crinkly little notebook. And so you've got some journaling cards in there, some fun little papers in here, and another little card there. So that goes with the book. And then another one of the things is Limitless. I liked the shape of this, so I turned it into like a small little journaling thing, did some stamping. So this is a vellum outside, and I just sewed down the center. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This again is journal number 36. It'll be in my Etsy shop, and I thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.